We're here with our prosperity panel, and we're talking about what it takes to tap into a whole new level of prosperity on every level. And Ali, we were just talking about being in debt and the fact that I was in so much debt before I started turning my business around. How about you?
I had to get over also feeling guilty about debt, because when I was married for a few years, nice guy but the wrong guy, and we got into a lot of debt together, and then I left, and then I had even more debt because I thought I could go start a business without knowing what I was doing, and got into, it would vary between $30,000 and $50,000 on credit cards. And someone said something to me one day. I was talking to them about how terrible I was feeling about this and how focused I was, and they said, "Ali, debt's a tool. Debt is not bad and it's not good. It's a tool, and you could use it for whatever you need to use it for." And I had used it personally to fund my business, to buy that computer, to go to seminars, to hire coaches. I mean, the old joke is like, if you had the money, you wouldn't need the mentor, right? But you have to come up with the money to hire the mentor and join the programs and build the business. And I think it's something, debt is a smart tool that can be used very wisely, but put it into stuff that will appreciate for you, either your knowledge or your time, your resources that will grow your business for you. Someone said, explained this to me once, and I love the flowing thing, and someone explained it to me this way. They said, the hole that you give through, that you invest through, that you pay for things through, is the same hole you receive through. So is it like this, or is it like this?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. You could just feel energetically the difference, and how when you start letting go and you start believing in yourself and investing in tools and seminars or coaching, whatever it is that you need, you will see the difference.
Yeah, and here's another exercise you just reminded me of. You know, if you put a penny, close your eye and put a penny on top of your other eye, and then keep a $100 bill in front of the penny. Can you see the $100 bill when a penny is in front of your eye? No. But if you take the penny out, then you can see it. If you're thinking penny and lack, there is no way you can get to prosperity. And so that's always something that you want to tap into.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the basis of the principle of the secret, or the law of attraction, is that what you put your attention on is what you get more of. You've got to appreciate what you have, not what you don't have.
Yes.
So be grateful for what's there in your life, and you will find that there's more of it. You know, what you appreciate appreciates.
And microloans, do you know that women in microloans, and this is in other countries, but think of it and apply it to yourself, that women take microloans and they buy beads to start a company, or they buy a little strip of land, and the next time they make some money they buy another little strip of land, and they buy a cow. Men go out and buy something to impress their friends with, okay? So remember that we are those women, and you don't need a microloan, but maybe you need a bigger loan to do your business, and get somebody to help you do the parts that you need so you can get that loan, so that you can be that, because we are the ones. You're the ones. You came here, you invested in yourself, you are the light. We are what is going to pull this country out of this depression. And we're talking about prosperity ourselves. We have to also look at it in the big picture, right?
Yes.
Of this nation, this world. We're it. If you really believed and knew that we were it, and we acted like that, then you'd look and you'd go, okay, who's prosperous that I want to connect with, and I want them to be part of my team because they're more of this than me, and how can we co-create together? That's what Ellie and Dr. Sugar and all of these people that are here that created this foundation for us to do. So make the most of all these people in this room.
Yeah.
Use them.
There's no better time to start a business than now for women. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going on the E! Network Tuesday morning to talk about this in their new morning show. And because right now women are starting businesses at twice the average national rate. The internet and working at home has made startup costs next to nothing. There's really no excuse right now for you not to take advantage of this time.
And everything is on sale right now. We alluded to this a little bit yesterday, but my husband and I have been investing for 20 years, and in the last 2 years, we've invested as much in the last 2 years as in the last 20 years, because everything is on sale. There's such opportunity in the world right now. And there's still, one of the principles that my parents really taught me from the time I was a little kid was ethics. And they taught a lot of hard work, though. You know, it was all about always do what's right and fair in business and in life. Always treat others the way that you want to be treated. And that's great, but they did it through a lot of hard work. So what I've noticed, especially being involved with Braveheart Women, is that yes, you have the ethics, yes, you have the hard work, but at some point you let it flow. You have the attention, you put the intention, you take action, but then you let prosperity flow and come into your life with ease.
Yes.
You know, the other thing that I've noticed too is once you start making money, what do you do to keep investing in that money? How do you know, are you going to work hard or is the money going to work hard? And when I learned that principle, wow, my life really shifted because I put myself in a position where I could live on passive income alone. I literally did not have to work. And that is something that is available to all of you. So you need to always remember to invest in your business and other passive income strategies, whether it be stocks or bonds or real estate or something, to keep that money growing. And it's just amazing. So if something falls, you don't fall completely. You've got other bases and other foundations that'll keep you going. And that's a really important thing to know.
How did you learn how to do that? Because if you're so busy doing your own business, how do you also learn how to take care of your money?
So fortunately, I had parents that did it. Parents with not a good education but very hardworking, and they thought, okay, we've got 5 kids to raise, how are we going to do this? So they did it through real estate. So I came by it naturally. In
what do we tell? How do I do it? Help me.
And I think it goes back to what we started before. It's on the resource side. Partner up with someone like me who does know how to do that.
Okay.
And look, she was very comfortable in saying that, and you know, I think you got to be very comfortable in saying that. Yeah.
The greatest success for me, one of the things that I loved about the technology business that I wish existed in every business was this whole share the wealth mentality. So you could come into a company at any level, and because of the stock options that they gave out, when the company went public or got acquired, everybody got a win. And that's the greatest success to me. Not for me to be super successful when everybody else is suffering. That's not fun. There's no joy in that. The joy in all of us promoting and lifting and rising and shining and helping everyone. That's really the success. So there's women in this room that are maybe great at investing in real estate but have no idea how to start a business. You're great at starting a business. Why aren't you friends? Why don't you know each other? And I think sometimes, because I'm guilty of this myself, I go to these things with a friend of mine. We're like glue. We already know each other. I don't know the woman behind me, to this side of me. I don't know what she has, but she probably has an incredible story. Start networking. Yeah. Ask questions. What do they do? What do they know? How can you help? First of all, how can you help?
So, Marcy, as an entrepreneur, you have, you know, I'm not sure how much you've done, because, you know, when I hear the stock language, I actually get like, oh my God, I'm going to leave my mind, because I don't really connect with the stock language, but I want to. Right. I want to really learn more, because if I have tension around it, I got to release it, right? As an entrepreneur who started her own business, what is the most difficult thing that you faced? And what do you think, when women face that, how they can handle that?
There are 2 most difficult things I faced. One is overwhelmed, just feeling constantly overwhelmed. I don't know where to put my attention because there's so many things pulling on me. And then the second one is what you just talked about. I don't know how to invest the money, and actually it's not something that I love. Right. So I do need to find the people I trust and the people who have a great track record and learn enough. But I can't spend hours and hours and hours learning about the stock market. I used to be a stockbroker, and I don't understand the stock market at all. So
okay. So before this panel ends, I want a couple of you, if you don't mind, go ahead and tell us. We're talking about investing, but I know there are women watching and sitting there going, I don't have money to invest right now. Tell me how to make money. Ali, how do we make money if we have no money?
The first thing you do is find a business model that you can launch a business that doesn't take a lot of capital to start up. I show women how to do this. So a great example is the internet. You all have an internet connection at home right now. You can get up a website, start selling some information products, or hooking people up with other information. That's one great idea. Don't give up just because you think you need a loan or need money. There are many ways to start a business. And second is, again, get help. Get surrounded with people, like in this room. The energy in this room is unbelievable. Yeah. Get help from people who know what they're doing. For centuries, men have done what we call modeling. They learn from, as an apprentice or from a mentor. Women need to do this more. Find a woman who's been successful and done what you want to do, and simply model what she's doing. Learn from her.
Yes, fantastic.
Learning, I think that's a key. Education and awareness, that's the first step. Second step is every day, take little steps towards where you're going. Take action. Spend your time wisely. Don't spend it in front of the television. Take action, little steps every day. That's my 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last minute points?
Follow your heart. Really do what's in your heart, because that's what you're here on the planet to do.
Follow your heart. Gurutaj, 15 seconds.
15 seconds. I would just say, since you're here, be in the now and look around, trust your intuition, and start using the rest of this day to talk to more women in this room and absolutely use it as your networking godsend.
All right, and that is our prosperity panel. Please thank Christine, Guru Tej, Marcy, Dr. Sugar, and Ali. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.